Welcome back, Halo followers. Battle Royale is finally here, and it's probably better than you think. They have packed so much into this mode, it is unbelievable. We'll talk about that in a second. But we got new Flood lore to consider, secret new dev objects in Forge, and Tatanka, an update on the mysterious potential new Halo game. Is that done for, or is it going to be better than what we think it is, as well as some new lore regarding the Arbiter speaking to Master Chief? It's a good one, guys. Be sure to smash that like button blue and subscribe. Join me on the great journey of following Halo, because it really does help me know that you guys are enjoying the content and what content to make. So, firstly, 343 upgraded Forge by quite a bit. I already talked about this, but this is pretty significant. They increased the scripting from 400 to 2,000 nodes. Essentially, making things like this really easily possible, but also like really increasing the depth of what is in this Battle Royale mode, I think. There's a dynamic closing zone, there's dynamic airdrops, a dynamic lightning storm, procedurally generated terrain, just increasing that playability. There's buy stations, a point system, enemy campaign AI, dynamic King of the Hill that provides extra points, 8 points of interest, respawn arena, and boss fights. It really does spruce things up with that campaign AI as well. When I got to play it, the little that I did, because I didn't have long to play it, I would say that I'm just genuinely really impressed by what they were able to pull off here. This map is massive, and if you're really for that kind of free-for-all experience of just trying to fight through, players running around the map and that replayability there, it is certainly here, and you could probably jump in really easy because it is going crazy on the custom games browser. I think last I checked, I saw there was like 10 games right now going on, if not more. So a lot of people are excited about this. This is catching media attention, and the fact that this actually functions and works, I think, is impressive, because there's not many Battle Royale simulators or experiences that are really true to the, Fortnite or that PUBG kind of experience, but this is the closest thing, and I gotta say, it is fun. You should definitely check it out. We will probably be running some custom games of this fairly soon, so be sure to check out my Discord in the description. So MA5K posted this. This guy actually makes a good point. So apparently the Flood stuff coming up in the upcoming season is canon. Right now there's an outbreak happening on Saturn, and a whole Spartan fire team got infected. Yeah, that's the final lore drop of the season. Pretty cool, actually. It's funny to me that these Spartans were infected by a universe warping parasite, and now there's going to be Spartans in war game simulations cosplaying their grotesque walking corpses. So yeah, I was never a huge fan of the whole war games lore stuff, but that is incredible. It does seem like 343 is setting up a return to the Flood. We did have like a little M rating thing got deleted on Xbox the other day, which I discussed already, but it does make me think, especially with Halo Wars 2, which is almost 7 years ago now that was, the DLC was posted out. And we also have hidden new Forge objects, which includes Relic, the map's Relic and Midship as blockouts, total control zones, and much more. So if we just take a look at this, we see that there's a lot of, more insignificant kind of pieces, a rock and some kind of cylinder thing, and, a phantom that we can place down, and, a few objects. But what we see in the background, what we can't see too well, are blockouts of Midship and Relic from Halo 2 and Halo 3, right? So that that is freaking exciting. It does make me think that 343 is plotting to make remakes, either probably in Forge, but also potentially as dev maps in Halo Infinite, maybe in Season 6 or Season 7. So that's certainly something to look forward to, right? So Jess Corden, which is someone that we've talked about in the past before, a journalist that actually broke some cool stories about Halo Infinite in the past, said this: 343 should consider that campaign DLC for Halo Infinite, in my opinion. This is probably following up from the controversy about that guy saying, I want campaign DLC at the championship, and then getting cut off, right? Well, 343 did apologize for that if you didn't see it, but they also said this: Halo.api, which is now Grunt API, said Tatanka game mode dead and deleted, which I have to be a little bit confused and surprised about that. Maybe they finally got it off the servers so the data miners can no longer see this stuff being added to Tatanka, But last we heard was that Tatanka was like this huge mode with like conquest and, different areas to capture. It seemed like Battle Royale. We're not sure if that is good news or bad news. Maybe they're just hiding this stuff and getting serious about it, or maybe they're just done with it. I do find it weird that they deleted it. It makes me think that they're maybe switching into a new engine. So Milkway took to Twitter and posted this of what looks like wall running in Halo Infinite with the golden sandwich. So this is a secret weapon you can actually find on Forbidden, and showing off some cool different collision parts that you can basically wall run on, which I think is really cool. This map is really beautiful. In fact, Halo's official account had basically this to say about Zeta Halo: Forbidden's atmosphere permeates all corners of the temple. The battleground sprawls across open, airy spaces that echo within untold history. It's a vibrant jungle on Zeta Halo. I also thought this was pretty interesting. Someone added AI to their mall run in Halo Infinite, and this map was already pretty fun to drive through when I did, but now it has campaign AI. It honestly makes me really want Flood AI. We also have this new piece of Halo lore, which is like a text version of what was revealed on stage, Halo Sunrise on Senkilios. This was actually at the end of Halo Bad Blood, and I remember thinking of it and how much it gave me blue balls, because Master Chief and the Arbiter were finally gonna sit down and talk, but it was just kind of like they talked for the rest of the night, and that's all that was in the book. But here we actually have like in-depth dialogue.
The blue team and fire team Osiris exited the Pelican. The Arbiter then addressed the gathering.
Welcome. You have my thanks for all you have done. The Sangheli people owe you a great debt. Although none of us is in a position to repay it, we will do what we can.
Dr. Halsey stepped away to coordinate further with Palmer and Locke, eventually agreeing on a plan for the rendezvous.
We're here for the night. We fly out first thing tomorrow.
We all fail, Spartan. We all make mistakes.
The Arbiter paused for a moment, a silent war raging inside him as to whether he should continue.
I served the Covenant as a destroyer of your kind. I have killed more than can possibly be counted, and though I now fight for peace and unity among our peoples, I know that there shall come a day where I must count the lives that have been lost because of my actions. You helped to turn me from that path. Perhaps there is still yet a chance you could do the same for your companion.
Were it so easy.
They continued their discussion long into the night, as the Arbiter recalled to the Master Chief all that had transpired over the years from his perspective. Songs of loss and sacrifice, but also of victory and unity. He concluded his tales with the hope he felt for the future, a grand project that would lift the species of the galaxy from their conflicts and bring about a prosperous new era.
And so it gives me chills, man. Cortana and I were adrift in space for over 4 years. I mean, this is... I love this kind of lore stuff, and you can watch the whole video down in the description. I've linked all the sources below, but this is truly amazing. I love that the voice actors were able to, voice this out on stage at the Halo World Championship. And also, the Spartan and the Sankheli reached out to Glass Forearms. Thank you. So, really do like Arbiter and Master Chief actually being friends here. Also, shout out to this person on Twitter. They made some amazing drip that I just had to show off. My gosh, this is freaking awesome. The things that you guys are creating with your Spartans, with cross core, cross helmet, it is sick. All right, till next time, guys. Peace.